Have you heard the news? We got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA and now we on the move from local to global. Cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top to hold it down for our people. Cause we all we got. It's a cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. When this ain't on the mic, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is, ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yeah, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. To educate new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If you ain't about to change, mind your business.
Now wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it. Now wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute, wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it.
Welcome to another episode of Wait Again Minute Podcast. Today is Thursday, November the 11th, 2021. It's actually a special day today because it's what? Veterans Day? Mm-hmm. So what does Veterans Day mean to y'all?
You ain't got to work.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Well, we thank you guys for your service. For those who have served and are currently serving,
absolutely.
You know, for our country. So if it wasn't for you guys, then we wouldn't feel as protected as we are. So
yes. That's true.
Big up to all veterans.
Yes. I am the creator and director, Gam, of the hottest podcast in 757. I don't know what y'all think, but of course, I'm gonna think that we're the hottest. But with that being said, Miss Go Getter, what you got going on today? How's your day?
Hi, I'm Miss Go Getter. My day was pretty chill. I didn't do much work. I worked but didn't do much. So it was one of those days.
Sounds familiar. So, Pint, what about you?
My day was pretty busy today. I got up and just started cleaning up. All types of shit, just throwing everything out. I got so much stuff that's at the dumpster right now. I probably done filled it up before trash.
But look how Darren looking at you though.
What you was cleaning up to? Because that remind me of days I hated at home growing up, you know. When my mama woke up just cleaning up and shit, as you said, it was a long day.
And I got 4 kids in the house.
Oh, yeah. I feel they pain.
I don't know what. And guess what? I ain't even turn on no music. The music was my damn voice hollering and cussing.
Yeah, that's a long day.
For the kids, anyway. So did they help you paint?
Well, yeah, because basically I helped them.
Okay.
But they were supposed to have been doing it.
Guys, I'm setting up my live right now, too, because I want social media to, get on this one, too, and because I want them to chime in this conversation. So I'm tagging that Wait Again Minute people, so I know y'all be like, Darren up there being disrespectful. I'm not. I'm trying to get everybody in on the conversation.
Okay, get them on in.
Bring them on in.
Thank y'all.
Exactly. So, Darren, while you're tagging Wait Again, can you tag Wait Again Minute Podcast?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm doing that.
And then while you're doing it, are you able to multitask?
I can. You know what? They say I can do that pretty good. Let's see.
Well, shit, we about to find out. So tell us a little bit about who Darren is.
Well, I'm a stand-up comedian.
Well, hold on, Darren, because how was your day?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Give me.
Well, I woke up this morning. I FaceTimed Travell. I was like, girl, look, I'm still coming. I have a thing of FaceTiming people when they are at their worst because I be ugly in the morning. So every time I FaceTime her, she be like, oh, fixing stuff. And I be like, don't do that. Look at me, okay? Like, we look the same, all right? So I FaceTime her, woke my cousin up for the second time. I said, bro, we're going to Suffolk, Virginia today. He was like, okay. I had to tell him that like 2-3 times because something to go through younger people's minds that don't register. So when he saw me getting dressed, he was still in bed. I was like, Suffolk today. So now we here, and I'm with you fine ladies, and this is my second time around, and I'm so glad to be back.
Yes, and we're glad to have you back.
Thank you all.
Okay, so now you want to know who is there.
Okay, so look, can you do the tagging? Because I can't multitask. She got me. You stopped me that time. All right, so I'm a stand-up comedian / internet personality / actor. I'm getting into acting now, yay. And I'm a bomb-ass comic writer. I write a lot of comedy, not even just for myself, but I write a lot of comedy in my spare time. I'm a natural on camera, and I'm a freestyle, funny on the fly. That's what I like to do.
Oh, so what you are on the camera is what you are almost every day.
Every day going day. Ask Travail. She know I be FaceTiming and stuff. See, you can put it on the back way, you know.
So you don't really have a switch. You're not on and off. You straight
No,
on.
not really. I got my days where I just be like, you know what, I'm tired. You know, I want to lay back. Flip it around, Zay, so the people can see. You can see. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you
there you go. No, so you can see the comments and
yeah.
stuff, but it's on up. There you go. I'm sorry, guys. This is my younger cousin. If I would have said put it on Young Boy NBA, he would have brought up the whole damn playlist. But
Right.
as you ladies were, back to what you were saying, yes, I really don't have a switch or a filter. A lot of times I'm able to, you know, wean in and wean out. But like everybody, I got my days. You know, you be like, damn, I don't feel like it today. So
But very diverse in any.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can adapt. Can adapt.
That's good. So we know that. So we know one. We just found out you can't really multitask with that.
Not really.
So, and we know that you a good stand-up comic. So, where are you actually from? I know one time before I heard that you said you was from Virginia.
I'm originally from Virginia.
Okay.
And-
what part of Virginia? This area or Northern Virginia?
We're actually from the southern of Virginia originally. I lived in the beach alone by myself at one time. And this was a while ago, but I got a little older. Yeah, but as far as to originated from the south part of Virginia, like
Okay.
South Boston and Chase City and places of that
okay,
nature. I
okay.
went to school in Warren County, which I loved Warren County. Still to this day, one of my favorite things to go back and recite, you know, some of the things I like to play back in my head as far as to why I'm a good comic because of the diversity and things that went on in my childhood of growing up. And then two, Baltimore plays a big part in my life because that has been somewhere I've lived for a long time.
Okay.
A long time.
So when you excuse me, Pam, before you say something, when you say Baltimore, what side of Baltimore?
That's you over here asking me this?
You about to say east.
Over east.
East. Okay.
Yeah, over
okay.
east.
Well, I still don't know where the hell that's at, but okay.
Why you say east like that, girl? Scratch your scalp. What they be doing over east? Let us know.
One of my baby fathers from East Baltimore.
Oh, you got a good baby father.
Oh, no, I don't.
He is a really good man. And he loves his children and his baby mother. And we're moving right along.
And the block too.
And the block. Block is hot.
So Darren, so tell us, when was the first time you realized you was funny? Like to be a comedian funny?
I knew I was funny all my life because I was the kid in school that people knew, like, if Darren was in your class, Darren was going to act up with you. Like, I was going to get you in trouble, of course, myself. And, yeah, so I've been funny all my life, but I knew I was funny when I had to be funny. So, like, I was locked up in the 757 before, so me and Travail talked about that before. And my way of survival was kind of like funny. It wasn't like a bad thing, like, you know, you see Off Scared Straight or Shawshank Redemption, but it was still like people knew me around from the block as the funny person. They'd be like, bro, that nigga the bid. Can I say the N-word? I'm sorry. But they'd be like, bro, the bid. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, Darren funny. He gonna join all night. You know what I'm saying? ETC. So that's when I knew that I could, you know what I'm saying? If you can be funny around people who's never gonna see the break of day again, their children, family, etc., then I was like, I can be funny in front of anybody.
Okay, so you knew you was funny then. Okay.
What city were you locked up in?
Child Chesapeake.
No, that's one of the worst.
Yes, it is. Greenbrier.
you gotta take a drink.
Yeah,
take a
please. I'm gonna take one with you.
Yes, their fleece was white as snow. And moved right along.
Most definitely. But so going from Warrenton, cause I never even heard of where you said you was from. I never heard of that, and I've born and raised in Virginia all my life, but I never heard of Warrenton.
Well, see, Warren County is in North Carolina.
Oh, it is.
My mom remarried after, and not to tell our family business, but after my dad married my brother's dad, we moved to North Carolina.
Wait a minute. You said what?
After the day, hold on.
After
After
your dad
married
married
your brother's dad.
No, my dad did not marry my brother's dad. See, that's how shit gets started in Virginia. That's how shit gets started in Virginia.
That's what you said.
My daddy did not marry my brother's dad. That's not what happened.
right, Pine?
I ain't
did
say
you hear
shit
that?
of sort. You know what? Now,
Maybe it's the drink. Maybe it was the
child,
drink.
that'll be on the shade room tomorrow. Darren, did y'all hear? That's why he like that. It runs deep. 2 bloodlines. No, it ain't. After my mom remarried, my mom was married to my father.
Okay.
My father passed. My mom remarried, and we moved to North Carolina a little before then.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha now.
So
And that's what Warren County is. Love to answer you.
in North Carolina. That's probably okay. Okay, so that was my question. So that's why I haven't heard of that. So I was trying to see like Warren County was like a little small town or something.
It's a community. It's very small. It's actually on the outskirts of Virginia. So crazy. My dad is from Baltimore, who met my mom in Virginia.
Okay.
And Virginia, where my mom is very close to North Carolina.
Right. Okay.
But also very close to like Richmond, Virginia. It's like it's maybe an hour apart from Raleigh and Richmond, if that makes sense. So it's very little small part. But she also remarried and met someone in North Carolina, which is another very close state. So it was, always like that type of thing.
I've been to South Boston before.
And that's where I was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to say, like, how did you jump? Good. You say you are diverse. You adapt to certain situations. Baltimore is wild compared to
Baltimore is wild. Yeah. Baltimore is somewhere, and you know what's so crazy? I've been back and forth to Baltimore since I was a child. And like flying to me is not new. My mom used to put my brother and I on a plane because this was before the GPS when we thought Baltimore was like 6.5 hours away, and it's really 4.
Right.
It was really and it's about 3 from here, but it was really 4 from where my mom stayed. So 6 hours was like a long day when you woke. You normally woke for maybe like 12, 13 hours a day, and you got 6 taken out there going and back. It's like, damn, I'm not about to do this, with y'all. So we've flown a lot. So Baltimore was just a big part of my life as far as to growing up as seeing my dad's people, because my grandmother and the Fleets are very close.
Okay.
So my mom is not one. I thank God I've had a mom who's decided, you know what, even though we're not together, don't mean you shouldn't be with your family. That was an important thing about our life.
That was good.
But as far as to live in North Carolina, my mom remarried, which was great with that. After I graduated, I went back to Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yes, girl.
Okay, so you say you went through your childhood, your younger years. When did you become comedian Darren Fleet? How did that come about?
This is so...
And then you became like so big on Facebook.
No, but
I became comedian Darren Fleet, I would say, in 2016.
Oh, okay.
2015 and stuff like that. I've been doing like a lot of open mics. I've done them actually in Richmond, Virginia, places like that, where I met comedians like Patrice and Tin Man. So that was like my first comedy chapel. Then Ryan Davis saw some of my work from the internet, and he came down on the Virginia line and picked me up. And we went all the way to Concord, North Carolina, which is very close to Charlotte. So I done a lot of comedy there too, where I met a lot of great comics there. My internet, I would say, picked up very big for me once I moved back to Baltimore.
Okay.
Because I think they had seen like a different variety in space, and people, I guess, was turned on from like walking. Y'all remember like my first videos, like walking and stuff like that, so they can see background scenery, etc. And also, I know I was really funny. But I think Baltimore is where I was able to become comedian Darren Fleet and hone it, because I was on stages all the time. That was my first time I was getting booked left and right. The comics there, included me, kind of like K.Y. Nelly, just to shout him out, and Larry Lancaster, people like that. They were just making it like a big family. And I was able to do shows like What's So Funny Wednesdays, and always able to stay on the mic as a stand-up comic, which is stuff you need even outside of the internet and outside of like just your tour dates. You definitely need open mics. So I was able to do a lot of open mics, just a lot of shows, a lot of free shows. And
so it was a lot of free shows?
At one time.
Okay.
At one time, people think you just come out the gate making money. Child, that ain't how it is.
So
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So how did you feel when you got your first paying show?
Oh my God. I was like, okay, so that's when I built up a fan base. And, I was getting around other comics, and different comics drop different gems and different jewels. And like I said, I've been doing this successfully for 6 years, 3.5 years, like touring on my own. And like I said, I've been able to get around a lot of great comics from the East Coast to the Midwest to the West Coast, you name it. And
So you've been a few places
a
throughout
lot
the
of
US.
places
Okay.
throughout the U.S. Shoot, I
That's
know
good.
a lot of places.
So you
Even
went.
next,
So you went from just being Darren, and I know you said it wasn't overnight. I get that, but then you became comedian Darren Fleet. Even after everything that you've been through, even here at the 757, your little short visit in Chesapeake that you enjoyed so much, right?
girl, not enjoyed so much. Not enjoyed. I didn't enjoy it. But one thing I will say, I made like anything else in life, I can make
Right.
it work for myself. I'm
Right.
like, okay, I'm here. Shit, I know what I gotta do. Let's do it and get out.
Yeah.
So,
So then you became comedian Darren Fleet. Then you met people, which led you down the road. Now, when you was meeting these other people and it was leading you down the road, and you weren't getting paid. Did you see the vision though that one day you would be getting paid?
it wasn't so much
east to
like
west?
wasn't getting paid. It was doing like a lot of open mics.
Right.
And then when you're in the cities, sometimes in order to get on, you need to put on.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right,
So
exactly.
like a lot of people not just about to pay you because you say
Right.
you can do hair. That's what you got Instagram for. Let me go and check it. So
Mm-hmm.
one thing that has been apparent about a lot of social media personalities is that they could do one in one place, but sometimes not on
Right.
stage. So it was like, yeah, Darren, we know you funny out the internet. We also know you funny on live, but let us see what you can do on stage. So a lot of times I was getting up there maybe just like 10, 15 minutes of free work. Then after that, they was like, man, you think you can do a show because my numbers and stuff had appreciated. And that's how it
Okay.
was. So I just worked to earn my keep.
Right.
Even when it was doing freebies, I look at it like an intern. If
Right.
you do not work because you love it at first, you'll never be paid for it.
Exactly.
And that's the truth.
That's
Drop them gems.
That is a gem. Yeah, because even nowadays it's like most, and I know you're young, but it seems like most people now with the social media thing, it's like they want to wake up and all of a sudden they want to start getting paid for
Sure.
stuff. But you have to like kind of pretty much put in the sweat.
I've seen that happen too. I've
Yeah.
seen people go viral
Yeah.
off one thing, and it's been just that thing. And then every time you go to the pages, that's what they got to do to keep it going, because they never wanted to be in entertainment. But it's just
Right.
that now that I'm so viral, who wants to go back to their job? Whether you was
Right.
working at the bank, selling cars, doing lashes, it's like people gonna heckle at you now because they know that that's the what behoove me guy working at Walmart, and that's fine.
That's fine.
It's no offense to that.
But that happens to a lot. They go
But it
viral
happens
at
to
one
people
time.
because you never had a dream or a passion for it, or
Right.
B, it wasn't your calling. A
Right.
lot of people step into this and it don't be your calling, and it shows when you're getting exposed for it.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe you should, go back to
back to
doing hair,
Walmart.
because you're good at laying down edges, but you're not good at telling jokes.
Yeah.
So what were you working at before you became a comedian?
Well, girl, like I told you, I was just getting out of jail.
He was just having his vacation.
Okay. So I was, living with my mama. Shit. And she didn't have no problem with her baby being there. My mama's like, you can stay here till you get your life together, whenever that happened. Now, I knew she was tired of me because I used to hear her talking about me to my aunts and stuff, and his ass laid in the back as usual. I wish he'd do something with his life. And one day I did something with my life, and now my mom be like, me and your aunts coming, we going to sit front row. Tell them give us VIP because we don't want nothing else. I be like, oh, shit. Give my mama VIP that she didn't pay for in the name of Jesus, and they do it. They do it.
They do it.
Yeah, because you don't want to piss a black woman off, especially when that's her son that's performing. My mom be like, now I gave y'all the show. I be like, Ma, come on now. Come have a sit.
So you being in that room,
yeah.
her on the phone with your aunt, it paid off.
Because my aunts would come and be like, you ain't doing nothing. You don't, what you just doing? Because your mom at work. My aunts do shit like ask questions and look around.
they
Your
know the answer.
mom at work, and you the only one now. Your brothers done left you. They be like, what do you really want to say, Aunt Crystal? I'm just saying, you'll be a fine man if you go out there and do something with yourself. You're just letting it go to waste. So I got tired of them stopping by and interrupting my Moesha and noodles. That shit used to be important. And after that, Maury, and then I take a nap. They were coming back on nap hours. I'm like, Rhonda, what ails you?
You're taking a nap because you were so tired from Moesha.
From Moesha,
and all
they
the
show the
shows.
reruns. I'd be up. They were like, whoo, I'm trying to see what Frank told D. It's a lot. So
So do you feel like the bid, like, did it do anything for you, like in a positive way?
absolutely,
It did.
absolutely. I'm not gonna say I was a really bad person, but money was my motive really back then, and I would say that's anybody motive who has seen any type of struggle in their lives.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So you know how it is just to get up there and go, even if your motivation is your kids. I don't think money is my motivation, but at that time it was definitely my motive. I'm not gonna say I would do anything to get it, but I would learn a quick illegal scam, you know, every once in a while, you know, and it taught me that, you know, you could still have nice things and money and all the things that you dream of, but it's better when you can go to sleep at night and know you made it, you know, the legal way. You ain't got to worry
Right.
about every
Right,
time you
right.
see a cop, damn, is it for me? So it's that type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So
I can definitely relate. So
Come on, sis. Somebody
You're
testify.
not sitting beside nobody. That's
Communion juice. Communion.
convenient juice.
So yeah, I just won't never. I ain't do no bid in Chesapeake, but yeah.
Go, girl. I'm glad you. But Chesapeake got the nicer jail.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to go to 811.
Oh no.
Or Portsmouth, child.
Wellston was probably the best because I went in the. I was.
You was in Virginia Beach.
I was in Williamsburg.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful out there. Now I've never been to the jail, but I can tell by the shopping outlets. They got, you know, they got Louis Vuitton, so I can imagine what the prison look like. You be like, ooh, so nice. I want to go.
Oh,
I hate to do a crime out here.
so you mentioned you did like illegal stuff. So when you told your mother that you was gonna be a comedian, did she think it was another one of your scams or get over?
You find it, girl. You find it. No, my mom. I never told my mom I was gonna be a comedian.
Oh, okay.
I was just out there doing my own thing, my own.
she said?
She'd always saw me on the stage, like from being in school, theater, band, etc. So she knew I was gonna always be in the arts of some
Entertainment or
sort, but she just didn't know when it was gonna come. But that was always. I used to always tell my mom, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna be
Right.
something. She knew it, but sometimes you just got to go through shit to get
That's true.
to, you know,
That's
to get
true.
to shit. I mean,
That's
it just
true.
is what it is. But when I became comedian Darren Fleet, you know, she went from, oh, you going to do your little open mics thing. And then when people started saying it on the internet, she be like, I was at work today and one of my friends came by the desk. And she was laughing at something. I heard your voice. And I went over there and I said, you know, that's my son. And now my mom at first would not even let me record. My mom owned a group home. So she wouldn't let me record at her house at first. She was like, now, you know, I own a respectful business. You ain't gonna do all that recording here because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But after her friends and all them fans and stuff came, then my mom was like, listen, I cleaned out a back room now. You can go back there. I got a mic set up. I said, yeah, the roles have changed.
Yeah.
But I understand it. My mom didn't grow up in a time where social media stars just pop up in your house. I'm the first, you know, internet personality / you know, I hate the word celebrity or star, but
I was about to ask you, did you
public,
consider yourself a
you know,
celebrity?
public figure in my family.
You do have a blue check, right?
I do.
So you,
Yeah,
so
as-
you,
Take the
you
instinct to
verified.
Go ahead and
The
say,
child, you know, well, that's what they say up there, but I feel like I am just Darren Fleet. I'm just funny, child, because I am the same person I was when I was locked up. Shit, except I'm free. And I ain't, yeah, you know, like I am still like, child, let me wake up in the morning and twist up, start my day, get a latte. I had coffee in jail, shit.
and noodles.
And I don't really eat noodles no more. I be watching my
shucks.
figure these days because I'm, you know, trying to look good for the movie roles. All these TikTok kids got to compete. I got to compete with people 22. I got to compete with people that actually got a nice fro that can still grow. People that look like my cousin and shit. I don't got that no more. Shit. I got a WD-40 before I leave out the house. Extra layer. You know, I'm 30. 30, you know, the wind hit you wrong. You got a cold all damn week. I've been like, I'm a layer. He can go out in a wife beater. I can't do that. So, I'm eating healthy out here. Drinking my zinc, you know, all that type of shit. Elderberry, you know, the stuff that black people started doing during the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
You know, we all turned to voodoo, crystals, beads.
Yeah.
I call it the 3 C's: crystals, conversations, and candles. Shit, we did all, and I actually like that lifestyle. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
No.
That's right. Now I know you said you had how many siblings do you have?
Well, I tell people all the time I'm the oldest of 8, including Samaya, Manu, and Terrell, because those are my extended family.
Okay.
But my brothers, Shawnee and Aaron, and I have a sister named Jasmine, and yeah.
And do y'all actually get along?
Me, Shawnee, Aaron, Jasmine, yeah, we get together a lot. We get along.
Okay.
We like Kardashian, like get along until you don't, okay, bye, okay, you roll your eyes, I'ma roll mine, okay, you cutting the air down there, you want me to go, okay, so like, it's freezing in here. We do petty shit, but we don't try to like, we're past the age of like, let me tell you off, because you already know your siblings, and I'm 30, so like if you don't know your brothers and sisters by now, you'll never know them, so.
Right.
I just be like, Charles, I'm not about to cuss you out because you know what you did. And when I don't call you, Christmas is coming up. When your gift don't look like the other siblings. yeah. So I play petty. I play chess. So I play chess.
Right. So now you're saying you're getting into movie roles. So tell us about the movie roles.
It's not actually a movie role. I'm looking at a TV show role actually.
A TV
right
show,
now,
like a series that come on every week?
I'm actually doing my own.
Oh, you're doing your own?
Trying to do a whole
so you're going to be a producer, creator, director?
I wouldn't say producer. We have other people who do, but I will say I was the creative director behind it. So I've been trying to do a lot of the different skits, even working through the algorithm. Y'all, the algorithm is shit right now. Don't blame me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Blame social media. It's only shit for some of us.
I don't get the algorithm.
What happened?
It's only
so
shit
I
for
don't
some
get
of
that.
us.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, yeah, girl.
That went over my head. What did y'all just say?
You be.
The algorithm. I had to
Everybody don't complain about the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes
I'll just say that.
sucks.
Yeah.
But sometimes it sucks. One thing I will say is, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. So whether I get 100,000 views, 1 million views, 5,000, I'd be like, child, after a while, it's all the same. Long as people saw my work and they liked it. And I feel like, as far as the social media, after been doing it for like, about 5.5 years, to still be, people saying, Darren, we look for the Jamaica video, we look for the Waffle House skits. That's important to me because a lot of people, I don't see them no more. Like from when I started on the internet. So it's like, where are they now? Or on Unsung.
So is this your show that you're doing? Is it on Instagram or YouTube? Or
No,
one of the
actually, we're
other
trying to
outlets?
pitch it to a network. I had somebody great, and I don't want to even drop too much because they asked me not to speak on it, but called me the other day, and my cousin was in the living room, and y'all, I was telling Instagram and Facebook, this call changed my life.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I said that was because it's one thing, I love when my peers see my work and they say, Darren, that's good. Or even comics who came before me and I'm like, okay, yeah, I do remember your work and blah, blah. But when it was a great, I will say this much, who recognized my work and was like, Darren, you know what you doing. Like it was confirmation. He was like, not just me, but I sit around other comics and we look at you. And I was like, because I felt overlooked. And he was like, no, we all see you. It's just like a special place to put people. So these new skits that I've been doing with my cousin, that's Jamaica, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, and he also does the voiceover with the Waffle House skits and stuff like that. He's very creative. We've been making it happen, just doing the production right from my house. And I've had a lot of great calls, and a lot of people just say, we love that skit. And they see me interacting with people that are there in my head, but not there, I guess, in physical form. And they was like, they had never really seen nothing like it. So
That's good.
excited about
that's
it.
good.
Now,
about it.
let me ask you something, Darren. How did you come up with Jermichael and all, like, as far as the skits? Because I actually, I don't know which one is my favorite, either Jermichael or the Waffle House
skit.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? That's you asking me that over there, right, Travell?
yeah.
Okay, because see, when I hear a voice, I don't know if y'all see me doing this. And it's kind of like, I always feel like, I feel like, I feel like that video. But Travell, in spirit, the Waffle House skit came about because a lot of fans always ask me to bring back skits I used to do with my little sister called Samaya, my baby sis. People was asking me stuff like, we're going to get on Jamaica first. People was asking me to bring back the after school tutor. And the after school tutor, me and my little sister would sit together and we would do after school things. She outgrown that. She's a big girl now. I wanted to do something kind of like an ode to that, but not in that same form. It's 2021. We haven't did the after school tutor since like 2017. So my cousin came and I was like, let's do some voiceovers. Let's play around with some stuff. And he was like, yeah, and I can talk like this. I was like, oh, great. You remind me of this kid. We used to be like, sit down, Michael. And I just stuck Ja in front. I don't know what made me say Jamaica. Because, y'all, I love I love a name. I really, really do. I love a name, a Jamichael, Glomika. You know, I love, a Daytisha. I love names like that. Some that people be like, that's ghetto as hell. And I'm like, okay. But those are names I grew up around. So, when I'm talking to Jamichael, it's just that Jamichael is actually the kid that I used to be. I'm not going to even lie. I always had a special desk beside every teacher. You know, the teachers had heard about me from other teachers. They'd be like, come on and sit beside me, Darren Fleet, because Miss Barnex told me about you. And I'd be like, damn, already? She ain't even give me no chance. So, I had a prelude to come to my songs. So she would sit me, beside her. So I treat Jamichael the way teachers used to treat me. I'm going to keep my eye on you. And where's that report card? And what you do? Then the Waffle House skit came because I used to do this cashier skit where welcome to Save a Little, where our prices are so high, you wish you would have rolled on by. Those skits got real old and tired to me. So I was like, I want to still do something in retail. And we did the Waffle House skit. I did an homage to my late grandmother, Martha, who is very cigarette behind the ear, Jerry curl, talking shit. And that Waffle House skit blew. It's my favorite skit to do. It's my favorite skit.
Okay. So which one of your skits, did you have any one of your skits that went viral that really made you push to keep doing the skit?
The Waffle House skit. Well, I ain't gonna lie, Jamichael, that first one did the numbers. I know, because we were shocked. I was like, well, damn. Then people was like, did Miss Cassandra ever come and pick her? And I didn't know people was gonna hang on to it. So a lot of times the fans pick would come next. But that Waffle House skit is what got me the call.
Right.
Of a lifetime. So if I don't ever do nothing else, I'm gonna fry James some grits and whatever I gotta do. Y'all know I can't cook. I'm talking about fry some grits. Hey, that's some shit. You don't never fry. Do you fry grits? You boil them. I'm sorry.
You boil the water. Put the grits.
Who's like one of the number one comics that you look up to?
Good question, Pine.
Yes.
Dead or alive?
Either.
Both.
I mean, yeah, both. One is live, definitely, and
one, okay. Deceased, I'm gonna say Nipsey Russell. Nipsey Russell was a rhythmic comic, so he knew how to rhyme like every other key. I do it a lot on lives and on stage, so it's kind of like when you're still talking in conversation, but you can still make it funny while rhyming. Some more does it too, a lot, and a few other comics. So he's one of my ones that I go back and just watch a lot. And alive, child, it's so many.
top pick though, top pick.
My favorite go-to, just to get my good laugh on. And I know it's so cheesy to say because everybody say it, but Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
I know that's so crazy. I go to see Eddie play characters like. Eddie plays the characters that I would want to play if I was in a movie role. Him, and I should have said Robin Williams too. That was because when I see people like that, like who can get in their head and make some, like I don't have to dress up like a woman to be a woman, kind of. So if you get what I'm saying, and they could do that, and I was like, oh, they paint the picture for me that I needed painted, that I needed to see when I was a child. So I try to do that too with just an iPhone camera and a Mac Pro for my fans. Okay.
But Coming to America was it.
That was Boomerang, Coming to America.
The first Coming to America or the second?
Both.
The first.
I like them both.
First.
I like them. I'm a big Eddie fan, so.
Yeah. So
I like Vampire in Brooklyn, child. Shit.
okay.
Let me just be real. I like that.
Okay, so what comedian would you like to work with that you have not worked with, whether it's acting or stand up, be on the tour with them?
I would say the Wayans brothers.
Oh yeah.
Be on the tour with them?
Because like I love Damon Wayans. I love family first and foremost. So if y'all watch my videos, I've always included family, siblings, cousins, whatever. Larry's like family to me. We've been touring together like 5.5 years. So when I see what Damon has done, and not just what he has done for his family, even what he's shown people in comedy, him and Keenan, like back with In Living Color. Yeah, like Adam Sandler does that. Not so much with his family per se, but he sticks with his same group of people, kind of sort of per movies, because it's a family thing, it's a group effort. So that's why I name drop, like my cousin, my brothers, Larry, Woo Woo, people who I've always been close to. And I learned that, even from like Kevin Hart and you know, the Cup Boys, they do their thing, and it's always a group, 85 South, so you can learn a lot from all of them.
I
So
love 85
I
South.
love 85, so I'm a big fan of anybody who does it well, and does it for a long time, so that you know that this was a calling, not just something I resulted to, because that
Right.
annoys me.
Right.
Right, and that would be good though. Even doing it with the Waynes, but I can imagine that would be hilarious.
They amazing.
and they're pretty similar to you
But
too.
you know what though? I don't think
They funny.
I
Yeah.
don't think they funny.
I do.
What?
So it's
No,
like
I
they're
don't.
silly funny.
Right,
you have,
silly,
you
yeah.
have some people that's, you have some people that's just silly funny where it's like he walk in the room, you're just gonna laugh because he's gonna do something.
They
silly. And
are.
it's like,
They are what you call push the envelope funny. They would dress up as white women for a whole movie. Funny. Turn the other cheek and show his ass funny. Like hump a dead doll funny in a movie. Okay, so like they jump out of the window with it like, oh, I saw it coming, but I didn't, reel me back in. And I like that type of comedy. It takes a genius to take a movie that we've seen and be like, all been like, oh, this is so heartfelt, like Say the Last Dance. And then you go and see a parody of it in Scary Movie. I'd be like, that is brilliant. And I don't think we see that enough. I miss movies, sequels like Scary Movie and stuff brought to you by the Wayans Brothers. Or even Don't Be a Menace. Shit, that's one of my favorites to go back to. So,
yeah.
love them.
And you about to go on tour, right?
I am.
How you feel about that?
Always happy, always excited. This is like my what? This is the 5th tour.
Right.
The 5th. We did some of the similar cities that we're doing off this tour, and we're just trying to bunch them all in. I'm always excited just to come back again because I've been revamping on some of the jokes that I like to use because some of the crowd favorites, and then I'm like, oh, I get tired of telling them, so you always go back and remix it.
Yeah.
And I've been like, okay, but if I put it in behind this one, damn, I won't say it the same way. But I'm always geared up, always excited, always to see what color Larry hair gonna be. Always ready to tell my cousin, wake up, set the alarm, get the bag, shit I gotta tell him 5 times a day. Always ready to quit while on the road 5 times in 1 hour. I'd be like, you know what? The hotel ain't even open yet. I'm ready to go. I'll be upset. Like, I know check-in ain't until 3, but I'd be like, come on now. I just got off a plane. I'm not Kevin Hart. They don't give a fuck. So, I'm ready for all the ups, downs, turmoils, crazy people, fun fans. Good food, and stories that I'll be able to take away, from years to come and tell my kids and their kids.
How many tour dates you have scheduled?
That's what I'm about to say.
Right now, we have about, I want to say 10 tour dates with about 11 or 12 shows. And then we add them on, and it's so harder to plan right here during the holiday time because everybody want to work around what cities want to do this, and Darren, what would it make sense, especially going towards the Midwest during the snow, etc. So we're trying to do strategic. We got 4 more cities that we're trying to hit. That's Vegas, Philly, Charlotte, and I want to say Oakland, California, if I'm not mistaken.
Not all this year though, right?
We're trying
all
to do
this
it
year?
all in this year.
By the end of the year? Ooh,
By the
so
end
you
of the
have
year,
like
'cause
40 something.
the 18th is my cutoff date as of right now for the tour, but we're gonna have to pile on at least up until Christmas, and then after Christmas, I'm gonna come right back after about New Year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So how do you prepare for like your shows? Like, do you sit and just get a book and you just write down, okay, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna roll it into this, and then I'm gonna roll this joke into this one? Or do you just come right off the top of your head when you get on stage and see how the crowd feels? Like, how do you do that?
For a headlining set, I would work on the crowd as far as to what I know about their city. These some little cheat sheets that I do for myself.
Okay.
I love to get to tour the cities first. And as a person who's been blessed to tour for 3.5 years, I feel like it is just giving back to that city that you're in to at least know something about it at all. Because how dare you to been here 3-4 times? Like, Darren, you'd have been in the 757. You've been in Chicago. You've been to Philly, etc. And for you to sit like you haven't been and you still don't know nothing about us, it's kind of like talking to us about things you don't even know. So
Right.
I try my best to go ahead and what I know about the city, things that are current, and then I try to get into set as comfortable as possible, which getting into set has always been natural for me. But sometimes I find myself not even having to touch the set until I'm about 10, 15 minutes from the beginning of the show because we've had so much fun with the crowd just off what you know about this. So it can waver. It goes depending on what the energy is given, but I'm always going to try to give the ultimate Darren Fleet that I can give, for whatever longer time that I'm due to, perform at that time.
Okay. So now, along the lines of touring, I know that you said you're about to start up a tour. Like, far as your management, because I've been following you for a while, like, how is the management thing going? Are you still doing your own thing?
I like managing me. Okay. And, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. Until I got that phone call, and I keep referring back to it, they was like, no, Darren, you're doing the right thing. You're doing it. And I just feel like if I wanted to be with people, I want to be with people that actually know the ins and outs and who I am as an artist. Because it's more than just comedy. Like I said, I like to write. I like to act out my comedy, I like to tell a joke, but I also like to be a character, which sets aside from just a stand-up to an actor. And so I like to get in tune with all that. So I want people around that, want to be with all of that. So right now, my management is myself, my cousin, the people around me. And, child, we did good, child. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. It's been good and it's been God. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Sometimes they say it's always better when you can do it yourself.
It is. Ain't nothing like slapping your own ponytail on. And you ain't got to pay that extra money.
And what's not. I have to worry about them trying to let you know and don't let you know and have
how much money you didn't make, who did what. Nope. I check all the books. I don't mind going to look and see where the flight's going. It just leads me to be a little more hands-on. And I think when you're cutting out that middleman, you're also cutting out somebody that you have to pay.
Right.
I don't mind paying my booking agent. I do that. Or even an agent who gets me into film and stuff like that. Absolutely. But as far as the management, I done had this for a little while. So, I feel like if it ain't broke, I ain't going to fix it, y'all.
So have you thought about maybe since you getting into the groove of managing yourself and it's going well, have you thought about maybe bringing other people on and manage them and like starting like a, how someone start like their own label?
If other people act like me, no. No, I'm be honest. Dealing with public figures is a lot because everybody got their own demands. Because I've done so well with myself, I'm looking for someone maybe who can do that much more. So if someone can bring to the table, I like to collaborate some ideas and build and grow. But as far as managing some other people, no, I'm cool on that. And that might be something I'll look into down the road. But right now, I got to focus on the Darren Fleet project.
So what is your actual 3-year goal? 3 years from now, what do you plan on doing? Because I know you keep hollering you're 30, and for some reason you're thinking you're old because you're 30.
I don't think I'm old because I'm 30. I just know that.
You talking about W40 and all that stuff?
No, girl, I just be playing because I think it's fun to say. No, I know I'm still a fox, and I know I still got it. But no, the truth of the matter is my 3-year plan. 3 is my lucky number.
Okay.
Hopefully have a Netflix special. That would be great.
That would be
because I done brushed shoulders with some people at Netflix. I stay skinning and grinning. I'm like, I love your shoes, love your
and
pumps.
You know what?
Those
Donatella. And that's how you get into Netflix is through somebody else.
It is absolutely. What people don't understand about this industry, a lot of people think it's just your talent. I feel like everybody got a talent of some sort. It's just you to discover it and bring it out. So talent is not just what gets you in the door. It's your networking and it's your people skills and relationships and how well you are keeping them, because a lot of times you're not going to get that call back the next day or the next month. I've had people who didn't call me for jobs that I met like 2-3 years ago, and they just been like, you know what, Darren, I'm so glad I still got your number. I finally got such and such. Can you come through? And it's like that. So sometimes, in this game alone, patience is a virtue, says the impatient bitch who gets mad in traffic. But I am very patient, very patient when it comes to networking and working and climbing the ladder of this industry, because it is change the commandments and, the things you got to do. As much given as much as required.
Right.
So in 3 years, you expect to have you wanting and you manifesting to
some
have
Netflix
a
special.
Okay.
I want to have like the #1 tour Wouldn't it be
that's
dope?
right.
Because Dave Chappelle did it. Maybe even a comedy album. I've worked on it secretly, but been scared to drop it.
Why?
Cause you know how you go back and hear other people. I heard Tiffany Haddish album the other day. I was like, "Ooh, that shit funny as hell." Then I go back and hear Dave album. I'm like, "Ooh, this the funniest album. No one will ever be able to outdo it." And then I go back and hear my album, and I'm so hard on me because it is funny. But I'm like, I wouldn't mind winning a Grammy or something because it's possible. Tiffany done it, Dave done it. So I feel like, to be an internet personality and get a Grammy for my words that I know are very powerful when it comes to telling a joke. I want to keep doing that. But I'm very hard on my work. I would go back and watch me and be like, cut it off. I don't want to see no more Darren.
So do you like David Chappelle?
I love David Chappelle. That's an understatement.
Yeah, I was just asking because I know you mentioned him just then. But what about the statement or whatever he's supposed to have made a couple of weeks ago that was all on the internet?
About the LGBTQ,
Right.
SWV, Destiny's Child. Okay, people say what they want. You know how I look at it. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right.
And I feel like I'm not a person who puts on for a group of people. I'm just here for human rights, whatever
Right.
rights that may serve women, LGBT, black people, gays, straights, whatever it may be. Have your rights, have your say. But also, when it comes to a comic like Dave, and I want to be careful with my words, but when it comes to someone who gets on every freaking body, including himself,
Right.
if he never mentions your name or never get on you, you'd be like, Dave don't see us. It'll be kind of like when
Right.
people say we don't see color. Well, Dave didn't
Right.
see all the colors of the rainbow because you never say nothing about gays. So when he do say something about gays, you're still upset because it's not what you wanted to hear about gays.
Right.
But he says a lot about everybody, and that night just had to been your turn. And I'm comfortable with it. I'm like, hey, shit. I thought it was pretty funny because some of the things Dave has said, I've said maybe not to that level, but, we've all had our opinions. And I think it's easy to get on social media and get a part of this fake council culture that we
Right.
breathe life into that doesn't really exist.
Right.
You get on there and one person say they don't like it, then 10 people hit the unlike. Then you got a storyline about it. When at home, we've all said some probably rather sexist things just from conversation or
Yeah.
maybe some biased things, maybe even some borderline racist shit. Then you
Right.
get on the internet and act like you ain't said it. And it's
Right.
like,
Right.
so, okay, get off the internet.
So
Right.
is it safe to say, as a celebrity, then you have to have thick skin?
Man, you got to have thick skin as a black person.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's like 400 years ago, thick skin. So, hey, it's hard to bring us down because you had to start, years ago with stuff. So when I see us get all the way to the top and crumble, I was like, you know what? Like Summer Walker said, your mama should have whooped your ass. Yeah, because all I can think about is ass whooping my mama gave me. Be like, you know what? I'm going to get it back together because I ain't coming this far to break. So
That's right.
you got to take the punches and keep on going. We've already been through the rough as a race. So I'm here for the race.
Right, I agree. I agree. But how do you respond? Because I know a lot of people, when I'm looking at social media, it's like the blue check, the celebrity people. It's like if they say this, like you were just saying about David Chappelle, if they say any little thing or post anything, people in their comments saying something about the dumbest things to them. Some things can be kind of like hurtful. How do you respond to that when someone get under your comments and you do one of your skits or you do one of your videos? Because I've seen a lot of your videos, and I be up there cracking up laughing. But then you have some people get up there and they might say something about it's not about what you said or what you're doing. They talking about oh, you didn't comb your hair. Oh, because I know one video you did, it was like early in the morning. You said something about you had go take a shower or something. They was all up there going, are you all on your live and you haven't even taken a bath? It's
I was on my live at my house. It was like I wasn't on my live at Walmart and hadn't showered. I wasn't at the mall. I was at home. So if anybody gonna smell me, that would have been me that day. So like I won't ask nobody because if you can smell me through your computer, I need your PC. Like I really do. But
how do you respond to stuff like that? Do you just let it go?
a lot of times I let it go, but sometimes I have time. I'll be like, you know what? I'm in the airport. My plane and delayed. I'm already got an attitude. Let me see who said
I had
something.
time today.
Let me scroll the last live. Okay, you
got
talking about
time
my
today.
teeth. And it's always something that I can't help. It's my teeth. It's how big my head is. What other things they took on? My hairline. I don't know. If my nail polish chipped today. Shit that I've been told. You know, when you grow up, like I said, when you grow up like us, this ain't nothing I ain't never heard.
Right.
My mama used to say something about my hairline. She'd be like, if you brush it, you can at least make one. Come on now. Make some if you don't have it. Damn it. We're going to church. You know, so I heard that all my life. So when
Right.
somebody else saying it all out, I'm like, oh, girl, bye. You know, like, go home. It don't really hit me. I don't be caring.
Because I see some of the celebs, they be going in, but I'm like, you
You
be
know, I've
going
seen her
in
make a
all
day for them.
Right.
I ain't got time for
You
that.
done made a whole day out of your schedule to go back and forth with people.
That's young Darren. When y'all met me like 5.5 years ago, 25, yeah, I was still ready to roll. I probably would have made a whole morning out of it. But like I said, 30 is not old. So I don't want to keep
You know
saying
what
that
I'm
like, because she got on me like, Darren, 30 not old. I know 30 ain't old. I just like to tell people that. Make me feel like, I ain't got time.
Because you might have a day that you go back into that mode.
They be like, I'm 30, I ain't got time. That's my favorite new line. When I hit 30, I was like, I'm 30, baby. I don't do that. So, I love to act like that character in my videos. Baby, I don't got time for that. Because, see, I did that at 28. Been there, did that. They be like, Darren, that was 2 moons ago. Okay. But at 30, I don't give people the energy that I
Right.
gave them at 25,
Right.
especially on the internet. I'll be like, it's 5 years of living here. I'm used to it by now. And I know somebody going to say I'm ugly. I'm not everybody cup of tea. Somebody might say I'm cute. I might think they lying today. I'm like, girl, I look messed today. But whatever. It's just life. But as long as people talking at all, I'm going to keep posting.
That's right. That's right.
I'm like, say it all,
You
baby.
should. Because they took time to sit and watch.
Absolutely.
So
And
I don't
I'm
have
cool
time to
with the
take for
view.
you to go back and forth, but you taking time to sit and watch me and comment.
Absolutely.
And they
Yeah.
said once you stop, once they stop responding to the things you're doing, that means you're not doing something.
That means you ain't doing it right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's good.
So
though.
Darren, like, can you tell us what would you say to someone who is looking to become a comic? Like, what advice would you give them?
Don't. No. No. March to the beat of your own drum. And don't worry about a special person. I keep referring back to this conversation. It means so much to me. I told this person, I said, I feel so overlooked sometimes. He said, don't worry about who see you. God see you. So I just want to pass that gem on. Don't worry about who see you. God see you. And even the people you think don't see you, they do see you. And even with people seeing you, this goes along for people who just want to be in the spotlight. Act like people are watching because they do see you. And make sure that when you do get out there, you have something to sell. You hone it. This is what it is. This is what I want to do. This is what I even want to do for the rest of my life, or at least retire from it, because comedy is a lifestyle. It is not a hobby. And I tell people that all the time. When you see people making millions of dollars from this, when I got around Ricky Smiley, when I went to the Tyler Perry studios, I soaked all of that in. I was, I was like, I'm here because I was like, these are black people doing things that probably been told no 1,000 times. So I said, you know what? Never would I say, oh, I'm just here to make y'all laugh. No, I'm not just here to make y'all laugh. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to make you learn. I'm here to teach something. And also, I'm here to keep you with something good that you could take and hopefully pass to somebody else. Because hopefully that's what my comedy been to people. Share it with someone else that you love. Families watch my work, and I don't ever want them to stop. Honestly.
That was a mouthful. That, you know what?
Thank you, girl.
Darren, let me tell you something. I believe you were talking to me there because that was something that I needed to hear myself.
I'm glad. I'm glad we can do that on here.
Yeah.
It's ministries. I be telling people all the time, comedy is what I do, but praise is what I do best, honey. Ain't nothing like the Lord. It's my praying grandmother. And I don't take that. That's one of my favorite hashtags. I don't take that one for play. I don't play about my nana. Shout out to Mildred Elizabeth Fleet. In the name of Jesus. Ain't that something? I love her. Baltimore's own. That's my girl. But yeah, if I could always spread a word, just something, like I tell people all the time, I'm a 3-time felon. I'm an ex-convict. And a lot of us get out of jail and we say we can't make it. I'm making it. So you go out there and you make it. You make your own story.
Hello,
You make your own story.
You're doing a lot.
Thank you, love.
You're doing a lot. So, and it's just amazing that you said, you went through your stuff, and then when you got out and you kept telling your mother, this was what you were going to do. And then within 5 years, from 5 years ago to now,
It's something.
you are actual, you're a celebrity.
Thank
whether
you,
whether you acknowledge it or not, but a lot of people know you, and when you say your name is in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
therefore,
Hopefully for the right things.
Yeah.
In the name.
well,
Right.
yeah, for the
That's
right
right.
things, for the right things.
She
Not
said
for
in the
that
streets. I was like, Lord, they still talking about when I was boosting.
Around the world. Okay.
No, but right. So a lot of people know you, and then even with I watch your lives and stuff too. I watch your lives a lot. So even with watching your lives, you be having people that be coming up saying they from here, hello from here, hello from there. And you're just sitting in your bedroom like a regular old day, just talking on your live, and you have
Living
all
my
these
life,
people,
girl.
right? And you have all these people watching you, but yet you still remain you, and you still remain humble.
Got to.
know?
I had to come back with y'all too. I felt like last time when we did the show, I left because I was trying to get here, get there. We was actually, I wasn't on a tour. I was actually going to do some makeover dates because we had skipped over a few cities from the tour. And I was like, okay, Darren, we're doing this. We're going to get there. We're going to get back. And my mom was saying how she had stayed over when we did leave, and she was like, I had the best time with those ladies. People were dressed nice, they was looking good. She kept talking about y'all. And let me tell y'all something. When my mama talk, I listen. Because she called me 2-3 times, and like, ask them when the next time they're gonna do one of them balls. I love to get dressed up. We took pictures. And when my mama is in a good spirit, I said, child, I'm coming back. When Travell asked me that night, I was like, just let me know when. I'm the worst person with texting people back. That is not my speed. But I won't forget a date. Anytime y'all want to do this, let's come back. I love to talk about me. I love to talk about me in the name of Jesus.
And it's crazy because when I first said something to Javale about you, I never thought I'm like, we ain't gonna be how we gonna get this on this show?
Chubba.
Like, how in the world we gonna do this? Mm-hmm. And this is the second time you right here beside us.
It's going to be a shirt, a full
That means
15th, because I enjoy myself when I come through. And Virginia's always home. No matter which city of Virginia we in, I feel like we all speak the same languages. We all got that black mama.
And I know Virginia
And
Beach is on your tour too.
It
What's the
definitely
date?
is. December the 5th. Can I run some tour dates
Yes.
by the people? I don't never stop promoting. November the 17th kicks off the tour. We at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. November the 18th, we in Bridgeport, Connecticut at the Stress Factory. November the 20th, we in South Bend, Indiana at the Bendix Theater. November the 26th and 27th is Killeen, Texas at Twice as Funny Comedy Lounge. Then the 28th of November is Denver Improv in Denver, Colorado, out there in Larry's home. So make sure you're out there. December the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Alsip/Chicago, Illinois, live at Damon Williams Comedy Club, Riddles. Come on now, Chicago. We sell it out every time. I want to see your faces. December the 5th, the great old state of Virginia, Commonwealth. I got locked up. Now I'm sitting with these nice ladies. We're going to be at Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Ladies, I want to see y'all there.
Yeah.
All right
You will,
now.
you will.
And your Sunday's best now. Virginia Beach Funny Bone, December the 5th, live in Virginia Beach. December the 11th and 12th, we in Delaware live at the House of Labs in Wilmington. And December the 18th, that is our last date as of right now. More to come. We are in Little Rock, Arkansas, live at the Nut House.
So that's good. That's a lot of dates.
Girl, I gotta remember him. I gotta
Because
remember.
he's his own manager now. But his assistant, cousin, and co-star is here.
And you see what my cousin do. Cousin, what's December the 18th? Young boy drop a video. Okay. Yay, young boy.
Well, we have enjoyed you thus far. I mean, we only have an hour, and we're already like
I've
2
enjoyed
minutes
myself.
2 minutes into wrapping up. But I definitely wanted to thank you for coming because as I listen to you, it's definitely a ministry behind what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I want to encourage you to stay focused. I know you
Thank
probably
you,
get
Travell.
stressed or whatever, but and we here Wait Again Minute, we are here, and we're not asking for any free tickets. We're gonna support.
Yo,
as
come on
well.
in there. Tell them y'all the podcast now.
Right.
So they can cuss me out backstage. The podcast is here. Then you brought your mama, your aunt, your cousin, green bean, tomato. This Virginia, they gonna get their cut now. So I'm
Right,
telling
of
you.
course,
But
of
one thing I
course.
will say is I am glad the fact that we've established these open communication laws. Y'all know that, and Travell got my number. Hopefully to be spread between all of us because I'm one of them people. I get on the phone, I talk to you the whole morning before I go get my latte. Now after that, girl, conversation go left to right. We go from Beyonce to Pink Paint. And it'd be like that. But I will say this much. I love my friends in every state I can stop by. So whenever I'm here, whenever I'm in the city, I always feel like I got a little family in Suffolk, and I will be here with y'all.
Right. That's
Thank
right.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, we always ask our guests to give us some feedback on Wait Again Minute podcast. Like, what were your thoughts or some encouragement as well?
Okay, so with my feedback, I'm just gonna say this: y'all are the most professional group of black people. When they said 7 o'clock, they was here at 6:49. So I was like, you know what? They black, you know how we get. So I might can get there at 7:10. And then no, they was already set up, sound check. They was like, Darren, come in, put your mic on, check, give them the mic, set it up. They professional. My only feedback would be put me on the next schedule for when y'all doing something. I like to come and host and have another guest one day. Come up in here and ask somebody else, some of my favorite artists, some question, because I see that in your future. I see 85 South and, you name it coming by here because it is worthy. It is definitely worthy.
thank
Y'all got
you.
the setup, that's for sure.
We
Thank
definitely
you.
received that. We
Thank
definitely,
you.
Absolutely.
definitely received that. So, Pint, what did you take away from tonight? Because as a matter of fact, let me give her props right quick, because if it wasn't for Pint last year when she said, get Darren Fleet, I said, who the hell is Darren Fleet?
Oh, God.
But because I didn't know.
But that's how we be, though. Who the hell is who the hell is a Darren Fleet? I was going to get Bruce.
But
Coming from the baby of the podcast, she was probably like, I got to really check into this because I ain't going to just call anybody then about up here.
Right.
To call up here.
But because of her, we now have established this relationship, so I have to give her props.
Thank you, Pine.
that was
Appreciate
Pine.
that.
Go Pine.
Now she know who the hell Darren Fleet is in the name. Thank you, Pine.
Pint, so what did you take away from tonight?
What do you mean take away from it?
Like-
You got to break that down
Like,
for me.
what did
I
you?
ain't take nothing
I
away
mean,
from it. What did I
did you?
gain from it?
Well, what did you gain anything? Did you learn anything new about Darren that you didn't know?
Yes, that he's a felon, and that he's a being in Chesapeake, and that he's from Warrenton County.
Unapologetic, unfiltered.
I done learned a whole hell of a lot about him.
Thank you.
It really inspires me that no matter where you are in life, don't mean that you're gonna be stuck in that place. That anything you can, anything can be accomplished.
Anytime, girl.
Anything can be accomplished. So you're a hell of an inspiration to me.
Thank you. Y'all inspirations to me. Black women doing their thing with a podcast. Shit, I still got a cell phone sitting up telling people I'm doing a live. I gotta step my backdrop up. After leaving here, I'm gonna get a backdrop. Thank y'all.
Let's go get her. What did you take away from tonight?
Well, what I'm taking away from tonight from Darren is he's really truly funny, y'all. Like he's really truly funny. And I know, and as I see a little bit of the comments up there on the screen, a lot of them already know and shouting you out. But I learned about Darren maybe about a year or so ago from my cousin. She loves him.
Love you back, cousin.
She goes to every show.
Thank you, cousin.
Every time you're here, she's there. Every time. If she can probably follow you around to every show, she probably would.
I'm gonna have to hook her up with some free tickets. Tell her December the 5th. I mean, not December. Yeah, December the 5th.
She probably
That's
already
right.
know.
Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Tell cousin I'm gonna hook her up with the free
she loves
tickets.
them
Give her my number.
So that's how I found
Oh, no,
out
I
about
ain't getting
Darren
your
about the because she'll probably call you for real. What's your next date? What's your next date? But that's how I found out about Darren, and I watched. Like I said, I was watching his lives. But I know he was already funny from then. But tonight, I guess I really found out that he's really truly humble. Like,
Thank you.
You're really a good spirited person.
Thank you. Well, shit,
You
if you
know,
work for
and
the
then-
people, you gotta be for them.
Yeah,
You got
and
to.
then how your success, how you went from where you were to where you are now. Now, I didn't know that. I just knew you was a comedian. You was on Facebook. You're on Instagram. But, you actually being here in your troubles, and then now you're like a big success. You have your blue check. You're a celebrity, but yet you're like, no, I'm just me. I get my latte. I call people. So that's, and then
Zay,
your words, it's motivating to
I'm
all
boring
of
as
us.
hell, ain't I, cuz? He be the one wanting to turn up. I ain't got, girl, I would FaceTime you just to have something to do. I'd be like, girl, what you doing over there?
Yeah.
Miss Go-Getter. Oh, you
But
look
you're
like
a
you're going to
motivation
get
to
her.
all of us here too, to Pint, myself, to Ida, to Gam. Like you,
Thank y'all.
motivation to us because
Thank
now we're
y'all.
like, okay, we can can do this.
Absolutely, anytime. I mean, next plate at a cookout, bar mitzvah, birthday party. I want
If you
to.
going on tour, you probably be right there with us Thanksgiving.
I would love to come out.
Look,
I'd love to come out because we don't. I can't cook. I've been looking for a plate. No, these all jokes aside. I was serious. No. She's like, okay, because I don't need my cousin like that yet.
Nah, come on.
I can come on. Okay, look, we cousins.
We all cousins.
I'm in the 757 on Thanksgiving. Don't call me. I'm already told people don't call
Come
me.
on over Thanksgiving at my
Got a
house.
plate.
Come on over.
Definitely. But
So what did you learn and take away about Darren today? Well, I know you know Darren. Y'all talk on FaceTime.
So that's
He
my
called
girl
you.
over there.
He said he called you and you like this trying to fix stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on. But
I call somebody else on FaceTime, but she don't want nobody to call her on.
Don't call her on FaceTime, though. She had me in the ceiling. I was like, girl, you should see the way I'm looking.
I can't say
Let's put it on each other. If you don't screenshot, I won't.
right. I learned a lot. Like, just like Ms. Go Getter said, that he is very humble, and he does have that genuine spirit about him. And also, he kind of connected the dots for me when he was talking about relationships, and because that's one of the things, as far as where the Gammon is concerned, it's about building healthy relationships.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I'll put it this way: he just dropped a lot of gems on me that I needed to hear at this time.
Thank you.
And so I just think that it was nobody but God that's orchestrated all of this.
Right.
Absolutely. Everything in God's time. I agree with that.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, I'm just in awe.
Thank y'all for having me. I just want to say that amongst all again. I really appreciated this conversation. I needed to have it myself. So as much as it may have done for y'all, it done a lot for me too. I like to get out and talk. This was one of my first promos that I've done for the tour. So thank y'all for having me for that.
Okay.
It's hard to get press. So when you can get some press from anywhere, you take it. And y'all were really, really good press tonight. Thank y'all.
And we definitely appreciate it. So with that being said, we're gonna end it with our theme song. And then we're gonna see you. We're gonna see you Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, I'm here, turkey wing.
Let's go. Yo, listen up, everybody. Have you heard the news? Got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA and now we on the move. From local to global,
we got something to prove.
Came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top.
Come on.
Cause we all we got.
Come on.
Cold, cold world, and we
Keeping it hot. Miss Pint on the mic, ain't no time to stop. Still we having fun. Ain't no holding our tongue. Go getters on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yeah, you number one.
It started with a dream that turned
Into a vision
educated new generations
is our mission.
Ears to the streets.
So we steady politicking.
If you ain't about to change, mind your business.
Come on, ladies.
Wave your hands with it.
Wait a damn minute. Wave your hands with it. Wait a damn minute. Wave your hands with it.
We top picks like we all up on the gram with it. Now wait a damn minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait a damn minute. Wave your hands
I like
with
that
it.
little break
Wait a
though.
damn minute.
You're supposed to get with the girls. Get with the girls now.
Good night.
Good night. Yay, y'all. Thank y'all.